Good morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Misty. I do appreciate you clicking that button and watching this and taking time out of your day. I am going to do a demonstration and my review on the Biba palette from Natasha Denona. In this, you get 15 shades. I'll flip it around so you can actually see. And they are all stunning. I have used this palette multiple times and I am not disappointed. It is $129, which is a typical price for Natasha Denona products. I do find that I reach for this palette more than any other that I currently own, which is a good thing, I guess, because it means that I'll use it. All right, so today I do work. I am going to start off with the color Freckle. It's that one right there. Top row, 1, 2, 3, 4, fourth from the left. And I'm using my Bdellium 787 Defining Large Tapered brush. And then I'm just going to put it on my eye. So we did get the right cord for the camera, but now I just need to hook up the camera, get used to that situation with the monitor, and make sure that the microphone that I had purchased is going to work for it. I did put my foundation on today, which is not a normal thing, but since I use this palette and I know it's not going to do any fallout, I'm comfortable doing it that way. I have to work today, and it's probably a good thing because it is hot and humid outside. That's why I decided just to straighten my hair. Okay, next I am going to go into the color Prairie, which is the second from the left. And I am going to place this right under. And the reason being is the dress I'm wearing has a lot of browns and yellowish browns, so I'm one of those that coordinates my colors for work with what I'm wearing typically. I briefly watched the news last night, which is not normal, and they were showing a lot of the people in Nebraska and Iowa that are having so many issues with the flooding. It's just heartbreaking. I'm just trying to figure out which color I want to go in. I really do. I think I am going to go into Buff a little. That's the second row, fourth one in from the left. And I'm just going to put that. Again, this is me. I am not a makeup artist, nor do I claim to be. And sometimes my stuff doesn't make a rhyme or reason as some other people's. But that's what's great about YouTube, is that we can all do whatever we want. And then next I'm going to go into Pasha. It's the second row, first one on the left, my left. And I am going to do the outer part, outer inner. I think if I didn't have to work today, I'd probably go find a pool to swim in. And that's not typical, because that water's always cold because it's 5 days after opening for the season. Be a little chilly. And then I am trying to figure out what content you guys would like to watch. I do watch my stats on YouTube. And I would like some suggestions on how to improve, excuse me, how to improve my channel and my videos that would be more appealing. And I'm just gonna dip into Prairie again, second color on my, or second color to the left on my palette. And I try not to block it because it irritates me when other YouTubers block what they're doing, you know, their eyes as they're doing it, because you just want to see their technique. And I know it looks like a big muddy mess. And then I'm going to grab my definer brush again, wipe it down. I actually have a towel. Not my pants this time, or my dress. And I'm just going to kind of blend in right here. And on this side. This is a quick little 10-minute look. I'm going to grab my Bedelium small angled shadow brush. It is 765. I really do need to get contacts. Kind of stinks when you start getting older. Can't see. Things start breaking and not working, which I have extreme issue with right now. It's just kind of disheartening. You work all your life, plan on retiring, blah, blah, blah. But by the time you get to retirement, you're like, pfft. That's how I feel. Okay, I'm taking Pasha again, and I'm just going to go underneath, right by the bottom waterline. And then I'm going to go in with Prairie, which is the second shadow from my left on the top row. And just go and diffuse that just a tad and give a little bit of the yellow. Okay, and then with my finger, I'm going to go into Monroe, which is the second one from the left on this second row. And I'm just going to pat that in the middle. In the outer or the inner rim. Oopsie. Good thing I still have my concealer put on. Once I figure out the camera, then I'm going to work on the editing stuff. I don't want to edit too much. I'm not going to put on any type of lens to make me look better. I am the way I am. Lines and wrinkles I have. I mean, I use a lot of Good Skincare La Mer to help with that. But you know what? I am almost 50, so I chose that at least previous, I have had a good life. I still have a good life. I just have many issues with my health, which anyone who has issues with their health will understand how frustrating it is. And it wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't for mobility. Mobility and not being able to do things that you once did is really hard. And then on top of that, nobody really understands. I mean, riding a bike is something that I can't do anymore. Doing long walks, hiking. Not sure about kayaking yet. We're going to try that, see if I can do it. I have to talk to my doctor first. Now I'm just going to go right underneath here, and then I have a spot right here on my face from an old pimple. And then I have a couple of sunspots. And this one is the Chanel Correcta. It's a Corrector Longwear Concealer in the shade 20 Beige. I'm a bit shaky today, and I don't know. We just adjusted medications, different dosages, higher dose of another medication. We'll see how that goes. Plus, I'm on an antibiotic because I was getting a sinus infection. A lot of pressure up here. Thank God I don't get sinusitis very often. Just to find this a little bit better. And this one as well. And then it's better. Well, crap. Only I would take this brush and divot a color. Oh well, is what it is. So that is the Natasha Denona Biba palette. I'm going to do swatches at the end of the video for you. So stay tuned for that. Next, I'm going to go in with Natasha Denona's Bloom Blush and Glow palette. I have this featured on a haul video for May. This is the inside. It's got a nice mirror. These two are cream products, and then these two are powder products. I am going to use blush in the cream form. It looks intimidating, but if you diffuse it correctly into the skin, it will look very nice and natural. This one I'm actually going to have a mirror up high for. And I've already pre-moistened my beauty blender. I may have put too much on. I can fix that though. A little bit will do it. There, not too bad. This time we'll just take a smidge. When I was growing up, my mom and my neighbors, they would get together occasionally and drink boxed wine. And, you know, the kids, we would play, and then they would have some cocktails or, you know, wine, actually. And to do refills and stuff, the one neighbor, she would just say, just a smidge. So that has always just stayed with me. You know, when you are growing up, and this is for anybody watching this video, when you're growing up, life seems like it's crap. You can't wait to grow up, be out of the house, hate school, everything else. And then you grow up and you reflect on your life, like I do, and you really truly miss those days and wish you could go back, and you, because you didn't appreciate it. Most people don't, and that's just the way it is. I mean, it still goes on, but I really do miss that time period in my life. I've lost a lot of my childhood friends to accidents, and you know, it's just sad to not tell them how much they meant to you, and in hindsight you wish you had. I'm going to use a little bit of that glow just to put on my apples. All right, I just had it. You know, this is old. You have something, you set it down, and then you can't find it. I mean, for real? It's a freaking beauty blender. Why can't I find it? Oh well, I'll just use the brush and kind of blend that in. I know I'm not the only one who does that. I have seen other YouTubers set something down and not be able to find it. One that pops in my mind right off the bat is Raw Beauty Christy. She is talented, but my God, I can relate to her. I set something down, can't find it. It's ridiculous. All right, now I'm going to go into the Tan Bronze and Glow. I'm not using the cream one today. This is what it looks like. There's this one, that's a cream. And then these three as a bronzer. I'm sorry, I did that wrong. This one is the cream. This one is a powder. Powder. So the light one is a cream, and I'm not going to use that today. And I'm not going to use the sparkly one either. Going back to our childhood, I mean, my grandfather, I need to drink water, took us on vacations twice a year. Granted, it was redundant going to Missouri every year, sometimes twice a year. You can only do so much there where we went. Not in general, because Missouri does have things that you can do. I'm not saying that at all. I don't need anybody coming after me for that. But it was a small town. It was called Buffalo, Missouri. It still is. I think now they have a Walmart and a Sonic. Probably something else too. And then he would always take us to Lake Okoboji. And my husband and I, we took our kids when they were little. So it had to have been 15 years ago. No, 17 years ago. And my gosh, that place changed. A lot of things have changed there. Houses are beautiful. I mean, it's beachfront property. And if you didn't know, Okoboji is one of the natural lakes. It's a glacier lake. But we used to go to Arnold's Park, go see the Gardner cabin. That one just had a lot of history to it. We stayed at Dex all the time. And then he passed on, and then we started staying elsewhere. Manhattan Beach we stayed at a couple of times. That was with Grandpa and Aunt Robin and my mom and my sister. And then there were a couple times with our neighbors that I was talking about, and their kids, and we just had a blast. I mean, and of course it was in the 70s and 80s where things were a little safer, so we could go and do things. Now, not so much, but which is kind of sad, you know. People talk about the good old days and all that stuff, and they really were. I mean, no, we didn't have this YouTube channel, you know, these big, huge movie theaters, all that stuff. We had things like the drive-in. We would walk to parks by ourselves, play outside until the street lights came on. I don't know why I'm getting on this rambly thing. But I don't know. I guess my point is just appreciate the little things now. Okay, so now I am going to go back into the Biba palette, and I am going to use Spot. Bottom row, third from my left. And this one I am going to... Oh, I found my beauty blender now. Get my brush a little damp. Dip it in. This is a beautiful black. It's intense. And it applies very nicely. And I'm just using my dewy set from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I really like this one. I think I like this better than Fix Plus from MAC, and also Urban Decay's All Nighter. It has crossed my mind to buy a backup of it, and I probably should, because who knows. I have to look and see if it's a permanent item in Anastasia's collection or not. But I need to use up items that I have. I don't like being wasteful. The only time I will throw something away, well, one, if it's really old and stinks bad, and two, if it's something that I put on my desk or my vanity front and center, and yet I still just reach for something else, because that means I just can't stand that product, and what would be the point? So those get pitched unless my daughter or one of her friends would like to have that. Okay, so that is done. And then I add a powder, and I am going to use my Guerlain. I'm just going to call it Guerlain because I never know what anybody else calls it. And I don't know the proper term or proper pronunciation. These are their Meteorites in Candle Glow. This was a limited edition product, so you can't find it anymore unless you go to eBay or a place that I can't remember the name of it. They have makeup that they sanitize and sell, and they buy it from people, but I'm always a little skeptical on that stuff, because I mean, if you buy pearls like this, how are they going to sanitize it? Alcohol is going to destroy it. And then next I'm going to do my setting spray. And I'm going to utilize my new product that I got. Give me one moment. My Patrick Ta fan. This really is nice. Play with it too much though. Okay, and then I'm going to set my face. And this is, again, the Dewy Setting Spray by Anastasia Beverly Hills. It smells awesome. It smells like beach. To me. It's a very efficient fan. I'm surprised the dogs haven't barked. They usually find something to bark at, a leaf blowing, trash collector when it's trash day, or mailman. I don't know what it is with dogs and mailman. Okay, so now I'm just going to use Laura Mercier's Caviar Volume. I did get a sample of this with a purchase off of Sephora. I have mentioned in other videos, I don't like buying full-size mascaras. I really get rid of them after 3 months. So if I can get sample sizes or deluxe samples or small versions, I will get that instead of a big one, because this is a waste of product, a waste of packaging. I'm trying not to make any funny faces when I put my mascara on. Now, I'm going to get a little closer. I truly do like the way that this looks. I feel like it does lift the eyelashes, gives them a little bit of volume. Huh. And I haven't had any problems with flaking throughout the day, or it not staying in place, or so I would recommend it. I will probably, hopefully they come out with a mini one, and then I'll just keep buying the mini ones. I'm really not going to buy anything much in June or July. I'll be going on vacation the end of July, I think. I have to look and see my dates. We're going to go to the south rim of Grand Canyon. I'm excited. Last year we did go to Colorado and Arizona and had a blast. It was when I got home that I got hurt, which is what it is. I will make a video. I promise I will. I want to work on editing stuff so that I can insert pictures, show you things, give you information on me, and then I'm doing it because I won't want a self-pity. I don't want a pity party. It sucks. And because I'm a nurse, I want to put it out there so other people do not have the same issues that I have. Because if it can be prevented, prevent it. All right, and that was one of my new clips that I had. Here. Okay, so this is the finished look. Now I am just looking to see if I can find my wipes, and I cannot, so we'll just use the towel. I'm going to swatch these. And I am going to take my little watch off to give me some more room. First I'm going to look at the sea. Okay, I have time. All right, so I'm going to swatch the first row. Okay, so this one is Rustic. The next one is Prairie. Then we have Cocoa. And then Freckle. And then last but not least, we have Shine. So that is the first row. I know I'm still working on my swatches. Please just be patient. I'll get there someday. For the second row, we have Pasha. I'll show you in a second. So second row, Pasha, Monroe, Rayon, Buff, and then last but not least, we have Tone. Okay, and then for the final row, we have Seed. I keep doing that. I will tell you the colors that I'm getting into, and I don't mean to do that. All right. Seed. 4. Sculpture, Spot, and that is that black. And then last but definitely not least is Tusk. All right, so just a little bit of a closer shot. This is the Natasha Denona palette. I promise to improve on my swatches at some point in time. I'm just so busy, but I'm gonna have to, because I want to make good informative videos with colors that you can see to find out if you want to invest your hard-earned money into a palette. I personally think it's worth $129. I love Natasha Denona's formulas. I have several palettes, and I have the gold, the brown green palette, camel palette, mini lila, mini nude, mini sunset. I love them all. And then I have loved her blush and glows, her blushes, highlighters. So again, if you are fortunate enough to have a Sephora or someplace that carries Natasha Denona, go in and swatch those items to see if it's something that you will want to make that investment in. All right, guys, that's the end. I do again appreciate your time. Thank you for clicking that button to watch my video. It means so very much to me. I don't think you understand how much it means. Anyway, go ahead and hit that like button down below. Also, please subscribe so you can see further content. And if you hit that bell button, wherever that may be, it will also inform you when I have new videos. You guys have a wonderful day. Bye.